Good morning, and I'm going to be talking about how to stand out from your competition. And I want to tell you a quick story because this is relevant to several things happening right now, which is we have, with COVID-19, we have things changing completely. And what's also changing is we have so many more scam artists out there, scammers that are registering a Shopify store. They get people to come and buy and then they shut it down. And it's happened to one of my acquaintances, Mari Smith, and it's terrible, right? So it's happening all the time. And here is the thing: is shopping. And she said to me, can Shopify not do something about it? But Shopify is a platform like WordPress or Wix, or there's Squarespace, right? It's just where you can create your store. You're in charge of it. Nobody can tell you what to do, well, except for the payment providers. And so you have to stand out from A, your competition, and B, scammers. So people can trust you to come and buy from you, because that's hugely important. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today, is how to stand out from your competition. And believe me, when I tell you this stuff, you'll go, well, it makes sense, right? I will do that, right? But you know what? People don't do it. It never ceases to amaze me that people actually don't have these. I think there are about six ways that I'm going to show you, or going to tell you about, of how to stand out from the competition. And I always talk about Shopify. Okay, I'll talk about e-commerce and Shopify. That's my niche market. But if you have a website, it's the same thing. You have to stand out from your competition. And how do you do that? And so we are going to be talking about. So anyway, so I'm Veronica Jeans, and I am an e-commerce expert. I do business consultation, and I am a Shopify expert as well. Obviously, I call myself the e-commerce queen, or my clients call me that. And so I do know a lot about business because I've been around business and I had my own business, and so in various markets as well, including a financial market and international sales and marketing and finances. So let's talk about how you can distinguish yourself from your competition. And the first thing is content is king. I know you were thinking I'm going to talk about branding, but content is king. So you want to make sure that there is content that you have on your specifically e-commerce store. Is the most important thing is privacy policy and terms of service, or sometimes I call it terms and conditions, as in business, right? You have your terms and conditions. Have that on your website, right? Privacy policy and terms of condition. You have that whether you have a website or whether you have an e-commerce store. And then if you have an e-commerce store, you have your shipping, your returns, and refunds as well. And again, people have e-commerce stores and they don't have information for their customers on their store, which like really blows my brain. Okay, so so the more information you have on your website, the more people will trust you. So we were talking about scammers, right? They will not have a telephone number. They won't have an address. They won't have an email, a business email, because all this costs money to set up, right? And so unless they're scamming a lot and they don't mind spending a little bit of money, but people buy from people they trust. So you got to make sure that your website, your e-commerce actually reflects you, and everything that you are presenting is in your website. Okay, so again, back to content is king. So you got to put in your product reviews, has to be on there, right? Check if the products have reviews. Okay, videos, have videos for your products, have videos of you speaking to your customers and telling them about your business, have photos of you on the about page, have extra information about the products, as much information as possible. If you get to a website or to an e-commerce store that does not have information, I wouldn't trust it, because I would like first to see the reviews on the products, and then I would like to see information about the product. So get as much information about your products and whatever you're selling on your website. Okay, so content is king. And then we're getting to social. So content again is king. I'm e-commerce queen, but content is king. So information on your on social media. Post stuff consistently, information and not just sales on your social media. Post information, post education, post things about the industry, post behind the scenes stuff that you do with your company. If you're a jeweler, maybe how you make your jewelry, or have various photos of your product that you can show in a video. Put videos on your website, because people love videos. And here's the thing is, if your content is amazing, people will stay on your website and absorb that information and probably come back to your website because you have the information. So we talked about content is king on social media. Email, okay? You Content is king in email as well. So blogs, direct marketing. Make sure that you have as much information about your website out there. So when people are starting to research to see if they want to buy from you, you have that information on your social media where your customers are. Because I heard somebody say something about Facebook yesterday, and they don't trust Facebook and blah blah blah, and doing lives on Facebook. And I said, it's got nothing to do with Facebook. It's where your customers are, whether you're on Facebook or whether you're on Instagram or whether you're on Snapchat or wherever. It's where your customers are, not where you want to be or where you think the newest thing is. And so we have content is king. As much information on your website as possible. And with that, I'm going to talk about transparent. Be transparent, okay? Have your telephone number, your business address, your email address, which is preferably your business email, not your personal email. Behind the scenes videos and images of your team, of how your company works. Do I have that? Tell your story. So that's the next point. Tell your story. The about page. But have that information have on your website, so that when people need to connect with you, they know that they can immediately they can pick up the phone and talk to you. So I know. So in any of the websites, they can have a phone number and nobody answers, and you send an email out and nobody answers, there's something wrong, right? So here is a trick. Answer your emails, answer your phone, answer your messenger. I've sent people messages on their Facebook business pages, and they still haven't contacted me and said, hey, what what do you need? I mean, it's a business, people. You got to connect and you got to contact your customers. So again, people buy from people they trust. So if you put out as much information as possible, they will trust you because they will think that they know you, right? So we get back to the third point. Tell your story. It's about the about page, and the about page is important because this is where people will get to know you. And I see so many websites where this is so neglected and it's so blah blah blah, talking about the business. Talk about who owns the company. We had a question on, in fact, on a standout membership with the women's group, with this women's group, mentioned that she didn't want to mention herself on her about page because she is an optometrist. I think she was an optometrist. And I said, but it's still about her, right? She's the doctor. She's the person that was going to help me. So I want to know about that doctor that's helping me. So whether you're a doctor or a dentist or whatever, you put your information on your about page, whether you're a lawyer, whether you a shop store owner, you put that information in your about page. Why you started the company, how you started the company, um, what's your motivation to start the company. I had a customer who was like in his 70s, he started an e-commerce store. He created a product. He created one of these things that you light barbecues with, and he couldn't do the clicker because he had arthritis. So he actually created a clicker with just a button, and he sent it off to China to for the electronic things. Brought it over here, had it manufactured the housing and the whole thing, the wand and everything like that, and he's selling it. So isn't that an amazing story? So I told him, put your story on your about page, because people love to hear stories, and that is another reason why they will remember you. It's part of your brand. Your story is part of your brand. So when they remember you, then they will. And you what Bezos said that, and I need to need to have a look here. What Bezos said that, you know, is is your brand stands out when people remember not your products but your stories. It's, I mean, I know it's a broad description of what he actually said, but that's what he meant, right? So if somebody can actually tell the story and remember you by your story, then they'll remember your products. Because, you know, there's so much competition out there that trying to trying to remember the products that you want to buy, it is extremely difficult, right? But I will remember a story, and I'll go and buy from that person because of her story. And so I have another one. My personalized puzzle lady, Donna, she sells personalized puzzles. She started the personalized puzzles because she created the puzzles for her autistic son, and she didn't want to put that on her about page. And I said, but that's the reason why you started your company. You got to tell your story. Why did you start this company? Because her son smashed all the other puzzles, and she wanted to make a puzzle that he couldn't smash. So that's how our company started. That's the story, and people remember that. So then we come to so anything, and also mention your personal stuff. You know, what do you like to do? Running and swimming or reading or whatever. You know, I like living on my boat. That's my personal story. Okay, so how did I get into this business? Is I happened to just wanting to sell something online and connected with somebody at a shopping platform, and he started sending me customers, and then I started teaching them, and that's how I got into my business. So personal information is important because it again is it identifies you with your customers. So it gives your customers a nice fuzzy feeling, and oh my lord, they love me. So when you're walking into a bar, and this is not a bar joke, okay? When you're walking into a bar or a restaurant and you know the person that owns the restaurant, they give you special attention. You feel like they are your friend, right? So that's what your customers need to feel. So be transparent, have a lot of content, tell your story, and we will, yes. So then we come back to branding, okay? So your branding has to be unique. How are we going to stand out? Don't be as bland as everybody else, you know? Don't be just beige and, you know, put stock photos on your website and just be as the same as everybody else. Try and stand out by maybe using more vibrant colors or more beautiful pictures, more personalized pictures, maybe photos. Maybe you should take some photos with some models. You know, get your family to model, right? So think about what you're selling, and then make sure that you have those photos on your website. Create a video of you talking about your company or talking about your product on your website, right? On your e-commerce store as well. Hugely important. And here, unique branding. Have a thank you video on your thank you page when somebody has bought from you. So thank you so much for shopping with me. Please come back, and I promise you'll get a great deal, right? Or whatever. I'm just sort of talking off my head here, but still, you know, so that personalizes your store for people to come back because they actually feel like you know them and they know you. People watch TV. We think we know the actors. We don't. They don't know us, right? But we feel like they should. We know them very well just because we see them on TV all the time. Think about that, because if you popping up everywhere, your customers will think they know you as well, and they will love you for it. Okay, so unique branding, tell your story, be transparent, have information on your website. Content is king. Super, have as much content on your website, on your e-commerce store as possible. Promote yourself. So again, if you have won a competition, again, I'll come back to Donna and the personal puzzles. And by the way, her website is called the Missing Piece Puzzle Company. So if she won a competition with Sam's Club, we did this competition where everybody had to vote for you. It was absolutely total fun. She's been on NBC, ABC, Good Morning America 3 days ago. No, so promote yourself. Been in articles, fabulous articles that have talked about your business. Post that. Put that in a blog. Um, I don't know, somebody, maybe you're somebody that does guest blogging, right? Guest blog, so put that in as well. So remind people that you're part of associations or groups that is that stand out. Put that in your website, right? So think about all the things that you can actually promote. If you haven't been in a magazine, maybe what you should do is think about some PR and send some information to magazines. They're always looking for information. They're always looking for interesting stories. So here's the thing: is if you want to be for a PR piece in a magazine to be mentioned, you have to have your story ready, right? You have to have your website ready, as much information as possible, and you have to have some unique branding. So all of this you can actually use to do some PR work so you can get into magazines. And so promote yourself, right? Have that information on your about page and on your homepage. So, and I think I'm coming to the last one. So we had content is king, unique branding, tell your story, be transparent, promote yourself, and then what else? I call this aftercare customer service. This is even more important than everything else. Be different to everybody else. Send them a packet that you would be amazed at. So where's my little thing here? Okay, I got a little thank you card. I don't know what I did with it when I ordered some stuff from Her Tribe Athletics. And then I got this little card that said, where her Facebook page is, her website, her Facebook page, and her Instagram. And then on the back it says use a coupon code that I can use when I buy again. She sent me a personalized little card that says, I hope you're going to enjoy this. And we would talk about my husband, so she had mentioned my husband. But here's a personalized card that you can send your customers when you're sending the products. It's just a little bit of effort. I have another acquaintance, a client of mine that had it's all about animals and cards, root cards and everything. She had her dog she made a paw print of her puppy, and said thank you from all my fuzzy friends. So my phone is telling me to stand up and breathe. So customer service. So have an app, a chat app on your website. So when people need to get hold of you, if they have a question about you, about your products, you're there, you can answer their questions. As I said, chat app, personalize your automatic emails in your store, make them stand out. Put your signature on the bottom. Put your, say, thank you very much, personalize it. P.S. Thank you so much for shopping with us. Sending us a thank you card by mail. Again, right after you sent the packet and everything, send them another card and say, hey, you can get 10% discount if you're shopping with us. Thank you for shopping with us, on a card, personalized email. When I had my recruiting company, we sent out cards to our candidates and our clients. And our candidates always said, wow, we've never had a card from anybody. No recruiter ever sent us a card. And we sent it to everybody, whether you were placed or not. We talked to you, we got your address, and we would send that card out to you. So make it personal. Make your packaging unbelievable, right? Be in contact with your customers afterwards. Send them an email. Say, hey, you've enjoyed your product. How about giving us a review? And giving reviews is really hard to get from people. Um, Make that package that when they open that packet, they go, oh my lord, this is absolutely amazing. Look at the stickers everywhere. I mean, there's something extra in. So here's another story. So there was a steel company that made these real, just, shafts, steel shafts, and they put this um, packet of cookies in the package. So obviously the CEO is not going to see the cookies, but he made sure that when his packet arrived at the, not the manufacturers, but at the client's warehouse, those guys made sure that packet was handled very well because they didn't want to crush the cookies, and they had a fight about this one little packet of bloody cookies, right? So think about it. So it's just the guys unpacking that you say thank you, that you appreciate them. So it's not just your customers, is the customers team that you can actually spoil as well. So anyway, so again, I hope this helped. And again, so this will help as well with all the scammers out there that are selling stuff that will just distinguish yourself from the scamming stores that are out there, that you are a real store. And if you're manufacturing things from America, make sure that you mention made in America, right? I'm just writing this down because I have to remind one of my clients. She makes all her stuff. She actually physically sews her athletic stuff herself. So make sure that you actually mention that on the website as well, right? Made in America, so they know it's homegrown stuff. And believe me, there's scammers in America as well. There's scammers everywhere. So make sure that you stand out from your competition and have a look at your competition, see what they're doing and what they're not doing, and then you do that, right? So make sure that you are one step ahead from your competition. So thank you so much for I want to see. Ooh, oh yeah, 7 minutes to go. Ooh, I made it today. So I hope you enjoyed my little chat, and I hope I taught you something today. I'm giving away. I have a 5-day challenge running this week. It's going to start running next week again. I'll post about it. It's called 5-day e-commerce challenge. You can look it up on Facebook. And I am on Facebook as a private group. So if you ask, I will add you to the challenge. And we launch a store in 5 days. I try to do that. It's not easy to do, but we try our best. And then I have a free assessment as well that I give out. So not assessment, but a free strategy call. And I love meeting people. I had a fabulous talk with Linda the other day, and I hope I managed to help her. But I come up with all these great ideas, and I managed to introduce her to my shipping guy. So yeah, let me know if you need anything. I will be available. My website, my Facebook is called Veronica Jeans Mentor, and my website is veronicajeans.com. And I'm always available to chat to anybody. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you for the opportunity to actually talk to you guys today. Bye.